It's Monday, and you know what that means. Coming off of a fantastic weekend, Olympics, SummerSlam, the O's keeping pace in the AL East, and the NFL preseason is officially here. The fun really begins in the world of sports. It's Monday night. We're back and better than ever. Episode 452. You know what to do. Go ahead, super kick that subscribe button. Like up on that like button. Back up that bell. It's the Flex On Podcast. We're here live and direct. And we got a big show for you. We're talking about that preseason. We're talking about some political rumor and innuendo. And the controversy surrounding Trump showing up in NABJ. And who will be Kamala's vice president? Yes, we turn a little political. But no politics here. We're talking Ravens. Upgrades to M&T Bank. Will you be going to them? Of course, we got to get Goofies and Cavante. And of course, we got to talk about the Olympics as Team USA is dominating, as always. It's the Flex On Podcast, episode 452. I'm going to tell you right after this on Flex On. That's right, more exciting than these political rallies each and every day in all of these battleground states, cities, and areas. It is the Flex Zone Podcast, only place giving you sports, fellas, how you want it.
When you need it.
Episode 452. You know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Super kick that subscribe button. Go ahead, spear that subscribe button like Roman speared Solo on Saturday, SummerSlam. Go ahead and leave us a like, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell, vote on the poll, let us know your favorite moment from the weekend in the world of sports. Was it SummerSlam? Was it the Olympics? Was it the Hall of Fame game? Was it something else? Maybe MLB baseball or anything else? Drop it in the chat. Get those super chats in. We'll answer your questions live on air. We're talking preseason. We're talking Trump. We're talking Harris. We're talking everything as far as M&T Bank upgrades. We're talking about those goofies with Cavante as well. And of course, the USA World Domination Tour in Paris continues. But Twitter, Instagram, the Flex Zone 1, and the Flex Zone Podcast on TikTok. Make sure you get the Cash Apps in as well, the Flex Zone 1. And as always, throw up your ones and acknowledge the head of the sports podcast table, the Flex Zone Podcast, baby.
Acknowledge me. Whose house?
It's the Flex Zone's house. But batting lead off, it is the social media producer. It is the meat man. It is the man who was not at Raw tonight, but he was at the casino winning big on Saturday evening as he had a whole lot of meat. And let's just say he was also crowned champion on Saturday.
Finish him, Daddy.
No bread, no water, just me. That's one big son of a bitch!
And if I don't cut back, man, I might be one big son of a bitch. But other than that, your boy Big Raj is here, back again. It's Monday night. You know what time it is. It's time for the Flex Zone Podcast. So let's get it cracking.
Oh, man, this next man is the captain of the Goofy ship, the Flex Zone co-patriarch, the commander lawyer himself, captain of the Goofy ship, the voice of reason. It is almost that time for Cavante to get back in the saddle and salute his commanders because they got a game this week on Saturday against the Jets.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Jam. Oh, jam.
Yeah.
Stupid. Just stupid. Well, now that's goofy.
Happy Monday.
Indeed, it's not a Monday without all of the shenanigans. It's just not anymore. It's part of the routine, and if we gonna keep it going, I'm not gonna stop. Y'all not gonna stop. So it is what it is at this point. Jaden Daniels is gonna get the start for the Jets, so I'm excited about that. Excited to see what's as cracked is he as cracked up to be as they talking about in training camp. Can't wait to see it, but I'm ready to get into it. Let's do the 3-man weave, and yeah, let's get it started.
Striker Vontae, remember, ball don't touch what?
Don't touch that ground, bud. Don't.
Well, let's get to it, man. Raj, you wanted to talk about it. This past week was the National Association of Black Journalists. A lot of our good friends. Big shout out to everybody who was out in the Chi, Chicago, repping for all the people of color in the world of journalism. We had Dre there. We had our boy CJ there. Mikkel was there. Brian Waters. Can't forget Beat Up. Can't forget a lot of people. Shout out to everybody in Chicago for the NABJ. Doing big things, and a couple other people I know as well. But Raj, there was a certain thing to kick off the event that really shook the room as former president, 45 as we like to call him, Donald Trump, did indeed speak at NABJ. Kamala Harris is expected to announce her vice president election as early as tomorrow. There was a lot of controversy online. It's been a lot of controversy the last few days, attacks coming from every angle. And it seems like Donald Trump is on the offense full court press. He was on Aiden Ross's podcast, which we'll talk about. I'm sure you will. How you feeling, man? You wanted to talk about this?
Hey, man, this is a slow news week. I mean, preseason is going to ramp up pretty much on Friday, well, Thursday and Friday and Saturday. But it was crazy. It was a crazy day on last Wednesday. And I think it would be a disservice if we didn't talk about this because we are Black journalists in some type of a way. So, yeah, it was a wild thing to see Donald Trump. I think he was the first president ever to go to the National Association of Black Journalists event. They invited him. He showed up. They also invited Kamala Harris, but she didn't show up. I'm not sure why. But it was just wild to see Donald Trump there, and it was crazy. Now the actual interview itself, yeah, it was controversial. Yeah, it was a lot of slandering about Kamala and Rachel Scott, who was sitting literally right next to Trump. And by the way, I didn't like. I thought it was cringe. I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was cringe watching it. But I hate to say it. I think she started it. I think she started that when she decided to make that opening statement towards him. And every time it's not a racial thing because we've seen Trump actually do this to other reporters. I mean, over the years. So he said what he said, and then it just went on from there. She set the tone. But all in all, I thought they had actually a good conversation. Are you gonna play the audio, Byron, or what's what you about to do?
You keep talking. I'm just bringing up the wonderful. I'm letting the internet do what they do best.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought they had a great conversation overall. They did press Trump on a lot of things. JD Vance, his comments about the cat ladies, and they asked him about what is he going to do? What is his message as far as his policies? And they also tried to get into Project 2025, but they ran out of time. But yeah.
So hold on, real quick. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Raj. So you telling me, because I still haven't gone back and watched it. So you telling me they didn't lead with the one thing that they're worried about the most?
No, they did not, because the reason why they did not lead with it is because Rachel Scott happened to be 35 minutes late. Donald Trump was on time for the 1:00 interview. They also had audio issues as well. So not only did they Well, not only was Rachel Scott 35 minutes late, but the equipment wasn't set up correctly.
So not only were we at the Black Journalists Convention, we just straight acting like niggas up there, huh? Come on, man.
Bro, so not only that, her opening statement didn't help things either. So yeah, it was a cluster, Franklin, as D would say. But yeah, they didn't get to ask that question because they were too busy asking about JD Vance and his dude, is he the right fit to be the vice president and some other things. But yes, Byron, to answer your question, they didn't even get the Project 2025. Their time was over with. Yeah, we got a lot of hits from it. But a lot of people said that it was terrible, it was a shit show or whatever. But I know one thing's for sure. A lot of people, and I thought it was that way too. But after listening to the other side, the Republican side, they loved it. They loved every bit of the interview because one, his base was like, yeah, he's standing up for himself. He's being masculine. And of course, it's like, that's what you kind of want to see from your president. You want to see him fight back, especially when you're getting hammered by, that people that are not you or your people. But all in all, it was eye-opening. It was hilarious at times. But I will end with this. I thought Trump had a bunch of balls going up there for real, like serious balls. I'm like, he came to the National Association of Black Journalists event. Are you serious? He literally came there. Like, who does that? I've never seen nothing like that before. But Cravante, what were your thoughts, man?
I am not surprised. I'm not surprised because with Biden leaving, with Biden choosing not to run, it shifted the tide of things. I think Donald was 45 was smooth sailing. I think he was smooth sailing while Joe Biden was, while he was campaigning or whatever. I think Donald was smooth sailing. But when Vice President Harris got the backing from Joe Biden, things shifted, and it shifted in a very concerning way. He raised a lot of money for a campaign in a short amount of time and got a lot of support in a short amount of time. Donald also understands that debating is probably not his strong suit, because when it comes against Harris versus Biden, yeah, it's a different ballgame now. Because Biden, he was dealing with Biden, but Harris, typically straight up, women are good with the words. So and with the issues and all that, Donald is a celebrity, a celebrity guy. He's there for entertainment. Harris is getting to the point, and I think he understands that that's not his strong suit. So he knows the Black community is the concerning ones for his campaign, and why not show up to the one of not one of the blackest events, but a very predominantly Black event in Chicago. Why not? Because he needs this. He needed to show up and do this. And as we've seen, Donald Trump will go to extreme lengths to get back into power, to get back in office. So I'm not surprised that he showed up. I'm not surprised he took them up on the offer. And unfortunately, I'm kind of not surprised that Vice President Harris didn't show up, which is also concerning. But I'm not a politics guy. I'm kind of forced to be a politics guy because politics are entertainment now, just like sports. So I'm forced to pay attention. I'm forced to look at certain things. And Donald Trump doesn't disappoint. He does not disappoint when it comes to the entertainment side of the game. I am not surprised at all. So, it is what it is. We're going to continue to look over these things and cover portions of it, but November will be here before you know it, guys. And then with the free world is going to be decided one way or another. But
I know one thing. We probably will be streaming that night. We probably will be streaming that.
We probably will. We have to. We have to at this point.
Right.
We have to. Politics is not the old how it used to be. Politics is entertainment. Sports is entertainment. It's all entertainment. It's all clicks, likes, and all that. And we getting in on that. I say let's get in on that. You know what I'm saying? While it's hot. One way or another, let's get in on it while it's hot. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
We are less than 100 days, Cravante, from the election. I think like 98, 97, something like that now. So yes, we are there. As you can see, he was on Aiden Ross's stream today, one of the biggest streamers out there. Rod, you have a theory that Kamala's going to be on whose stream?
Castanet. I think she'll. I mean, that's what they're saying on the Shade Room. That Castanet should get Kamala Harris on the podcast. But yeah, I think it's 95 days, I believe, until election day. But yeah, man, it's been crazy. It's been wild. So it seems like every day is something new, something fresh. Trump got this person coming up on stage and getting at Kamala, and then Kamala got the rappers and they shaking ass and all this all this goofy stuff. I'm just waiting to see what happens next. With my popcorn ready for real. It is wild for real. It's wild in these streets. Wild in these YouTube streets.
Yes, we will keep you posted, and I guess we'll be streaming on that Tuesday. I don't know. Oh boy, you guys have fun. I may have to be in a bunker somewhere, making sure that my head
because it might get crazy. One way or another, it might get crazy.
I'm not looking forward to that. Actually, I'm dreading that. Yeah. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. It is only going to get crazier, as Cravante and Raj just mentioned. Let us know how you feeling about this election. Apparently, as I mentioned, Kamala is supposed to select her vice president candidate as early as tomorrow. I think it's between potentially the governor of Pennsylvania. I can't remember who else. I know California. His guy, he was in there. Arizona. Yeah. So I'm trying to see if I can get any. Yep, it's apparently narrowed down to. I got to two finalists.
Josh Shapiro.
Governors Tim Walz of Minnesota and Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania. That sources with knowledge of the matter are saying she is expected to announce her selection by Tuesday ahead of her first scheduled public appearance that night in Temple in Philly. So talk about a tough crowd. She will be in Philly. So it's down to, if you don't know, Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota and Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania. So you can do it. I mean, you can ask.
Who? Go Google it.
Yeah.
Just Google it.
Go Google it.
Yeah, go Google it. Yes, just do your research, everyone, and go Google it and all that stuff. Because, yeah, you may have heard of none of these people ever unless you live in these states. But let's get to some sports, which we do here on the Flex Zone after we get through the politics. But rumors, the streets. Speaking of the YouTube streets, the sports streets, there is a rumor that a Brandon Aiyuk trade is imminent. I know Raj put it in the thumbnail. Rumors, I think, even came out earlier that there was a trade in place for the Patriots to trade their second round pick in this past draft, but Aiyuk said he wasn't going to sign an extension, so the Patriots backed out of the deal. Now there are rumors that the Pittsburgh Steelers, which I do not want him to go to, are front runners for his services. Don't know what the compensation would be, but it looks like they will also be willing to give him that extension he wants, making him probably one of the highest paid receivers in the league, pairing him with George Pickens. They got Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and that defense with TJ Watt, amongst others, of course, Najee Harris as well, and TJ Warren. So the cockroaches may be working on something, Raj. I hope this is just rumor and innuendo, but the first week of the preseason is this week. If something's going to shake, it's going to be this week, right?
I mean, at this point, can we get them? Can the Ravens get them? Because Rashad Bateman cannot seem to stay on the practice field to save his life. I don't know what's going on. Is a rib? Is he get hitting his ribs and he got to get taken off the field? I'm like, oh, here we go with this again. But it is very, very scary if Brandon Aiyuk becomes a Pittsburgh Steeler. I don't want that to happen. Hopefully they figure out something with the 49ers. But if it's imminent, I can see the Steelers, finding a way to get him because one, they're the organization that always seems to have great receivers on their team, and he's a great receiver. Mike Tomlin's the head coach. He's very sneaky, very devious. But yeah, man, I'm not. It would be awful if Brandon Aiyuk leaves the 49ers to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially after being in the Super Bowl last year. If I'm the 49ers, man, I'm holding on to him for another year. I don't give a damn how angry he is. I'm trying to get back to the Super Bowl again. I don't understand why they would get. I mean, unless they get in the first or second round pick, I would not give up on Brandon Aiyuk so fast and so quickly. But yeah, if the Steelers are that team that gets him this off season, well, not this off season, but in this training camp before the season starts, that would completely suck for the AFC North, and it would add another dangerous weapon to an already stacked Pittsburgh Steelers team and offense. So yeah, man, I'm dreading that right there. You see that I'm dreading that because I don't want to see that 2 times a year. I don't want to see that. Period. It's bad enough we got to see George Pickens and what he does to Marlon Humphrey every now and again, but to see Brandon Aiyuk do that to Marlon or Nate Wiggins or Brandon Stevens, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it.
Well, apparently now, even just shout out to Rouse, our good friend Rouse. He's saying he sent something from FanDuel saying apparently now the Browns have a deal in place for Aiyuk, and then now they're saying the Steelers may be backing out, and that the Patriots may still be in the race with their compensation. So a lot of room and innuendo. I'm just going off of what we're seeing. That's why I'm pulling up the live tweets up to the second information. It's almost midnight. I don't see anything happening right now personally, but we'll see. But Cavante, how you feel about this, man? Aiyuk is like Rod said, he's a number 1 receiver, and going to any of those teams, it would be trouble.
It's interesting because Rod was talking about the AFC North. Listen, whether you go to the Steelers or the Browns, it ain't gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? Because either way, you're gonna see them twice. But I've been on record saying that as a GM, if I had put my GM hat on, I do not want to deal with a disgruntled star, superstar, or anything of the sort. And they become a distraction. And San Francisco is a pretty well-run, organization, cornerstone for the NFL. Oh gosh. It's never been that serious, yo.
Well, that's apparently, according to FanDuel, Brandon Aiyuk could choose between the Browns and Patriots. I don't know if this is true, people. Just reading the information as it comes along. But go ahead, Cavante. Yeah, don't do that to your TV.
Yeah, come on now, because you got the rest of the season to deal with. Like, come on. But the issue with the 49ers and Brandon Aiyuk is that he wants a new deal. And he wants to get paid like a number 1 receiver. But the unfortunate thing is you got George Kittle, you got Deebo Samuel, you got Christian McCaffrey. You not about to get top 5 money on that offense. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And he's found a way. The thing about Brandon Aiyuk, he's found a way to be productive, and he's not the number 1 guy. He's really like the number 3-ish guy. You know what I'm saying? So he wants to get paid like these top 5 wide receivers, and we see the type of money that these guys are getting. He wants a piece of that. And I'm all for a brother trying to get his money. But it's looking like it's not going to be with the 49ers. I would love for it to be with the Commanders, but new regime, we want to build this the right way. We not spending no extra money on no receiver, especially with as bad as our offensive, not as lackluster as our offensive line is. We need to get that together. Giving out future capital and paying Brandon Aiyuk top 5 money would not be well for us right now. And there's the obvious connection, but it's not. I don't think it's in the cards for us. And I think Adam Peters understands that and is probably not really looking much into this. That's why teams like the Patriots and Browns have popped up. So I mean, if I had to guess, it's probably looking like the Browns. Well, let me say this: it's probably gonna go to an AFC North team. That's what I'll say. The Patriots seem like they've backed out. The Commanders were never really that interested. Once you start talking second round pick, Adam Peters was out. You know what I'm saying? And it probably wouldn't be so bad if you didn't have to pay him the money too. If he was already under contract, it probably wouldn't be that bad. But you got to give up draft capital and pay him. And it seems like the floor is a second round pick. That's the floor. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to pay him top 5 money. Seems like a lot. Seems like an absolute lot. But I don't know what the cap situation is for the Browns, but that's probably a pretty good landing spot. The Patriots got all the money in the world. And it still is, I'm not familiar with their cap situation, but looks like the Patriots have the best cap space, the best cap. But the Browns is probably the better situation to go to. But who knows? But it's pretty clear that it's probably not going to be. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, bro.
Yes. A lot of Ravens fans right now. I mean, it's going to be who's the goofiest, Cravante. We know what the Browns do when they're desperate. Deshaun Watson.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Browns, if it comes to a bidding war, the Browns are outbid. I just think they go outbid, and everybody going back because the Steelers blood is not really that rich. The Patriots got all the money in the world, but they're hearing some things in relation to, I think, something with Brandon Aiyuk and the 49ers that they didn't like. So it's looking like it's not going to be them. So, you know, if it's coming to a bidding war between the Browns and the Steelers, I'm going to go with the Browns on that one. So, you know.
And the Browns do have Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy.
Patriots.
Say it again, right?
Judon?
Then on top of that, they won't even pay Matt Judon for the Patriots.
They better. So, yeah, they got other issues to deal with. And bringing in a guy like Brandon Aiyuk with top 5 money would put a little I don't think that's going to be well for Judon. I think Judon going to look at them sideways if they do that.
Well, like you mentioned, Browns, they do have Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, and Njoku. Nick Chubb is coming back.
Jerry Judy's over there. God.
Yes, he is, Cravante. Yes, he is.
That's just like the Browns just to overdo it. That's just like the Browns to overdo it.
All those players just to go 9-8.
Oh.
Missed the playoffs by 1 game. Because if Deshaun ain't right, it don't matter who the wide receivers are. I mean, he's the key. Deshaun.
Yes, I agree.
And I mean, we will be starting these previews next week. Everybody will be breaking down these preview, but each team, each division. But I mean, the Browns, we know they can play defense. We know they can get after you with Myles Garrett. We know they can run the ball, but Deshaun Watson's going to have to carry him. He's going to be the guy. So we'll see.
I agree. But I'm just saying, I feel like if you're willing to pay that type of money for a free agent wide receiver, you're already a championship contender. And all the teams we've named, they all have something in common. I don't think they're really championship contenders. And as good as the Browns can be and the Steelers can be, they're not. If we're being honest, they're not championship level contenders. And the Patriots are one of the worst teams in the league. And we talk about the Commanders. The Commanders are trying to pull themselves out of the 20 plus year hole that they've been in the past, couple decades.
Well, they're saying that Jaden Daniels might be the next CJ Stroud. So
I'm hearing some good things, man. I'm hearing some really good things out of camp. But I gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? You know me. I've been burnt before, Raj. You've been there.
I know.
I've been burnt. Byron,
I remember.
I've been burnt before. So I gotta see it. I'm optimistic, but also I'm gonna be reserved. But that would be great if he has that type of season, along with the defense. How good I think the defense is going to be, we might mess around and be second in the division.
Don't forget about Caleb Williams, guys. Just saying. Just throwing that out there, Raj. I know you're not a big fan of him, but I'm just saying, man.
He paints. Doesn't he paint his nails like Noah
So does
Lyles?
Noah Lyles. So does Dwayne Wade. So does the dude. Who's the dude from the Duke that's on the 76ers now? McCain, first round pick.
Okay.
You know, it's the little Nas X agenda, live and in living color. You know how it is, right?
Color, living color.
But you know what will be live and living color, Raj, and I'm sure you will be there this season eating your meat. We officially, after all of these years, 20 plus years, have got some renovations to the bank, M&T Bank Stadium, baby. Raj, we got some video here. We're going to show I dropped it in the chat earlier. I'm sure we all were aware of it. I just wanted to show the love to see what you guys think. But Raj, what do you think about these upgrades, man? I mean, you kind of got a little peek behind the curtain, you know, if you want to divulge. You got some sources, some people, you know, but you knew this was coming, man, and you kind of know some people on the inside.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say I know people on the inside, but I had a conversation with a guy that works on pretty much the plans for the Ravens, and I talked to him around Christmas time, and he was telling me that one this part was coming. He said it's a 3-year process. This is part one of all the improvements. You got the roof deck, you got the seats. What is it called? The black wing or something like that? Or I think it's the black wing or something like that. You got those areas. I think it's 10 of them in the stadium.
There you go, Raj. There you go. That's what you want to see.
Lord, look at that.
There you go.
Jesus Christ. And then you have like the seats all the way up in front. Yeah. Yes. Tell him Booker T. But and then you have the seats all the way down to the field that are improved.
There you go, the black wing.
There you go, the black wing. Yeah, the black wing.
Is it blacks only?
It might be. It could be. Who knows? But these are just like the minor improvements around the stadium. I think they have to build a whole nother building, I believe, next year. I'm not sure what it's for. But
no, Rod, you know what it's for. You predicted it. You might be right, man. Seeing what they're doing, you might be right.
I mean,
they're trying to get a certain event in April that we cover.
I mean, I would love for it to come. Hey, I want it to come here, especially after tonight. After what happened tonight, oh my goodness, I would love for a certain event to come here in April. It would be fantastic. But I just want to say, man, the Ravens, they're doing it big right now. They know how to appease the fan, get the fans to come to the stadium. They always improving things. They improve the menus as well, from what I see. The roof deck is going to be off the chains. Next year, when the new building opens up, I think it's just going to be a building where all the fans can consolidate and probably watch the game, and probably some other things too. So that would be awesome as well. You know, because remember, I tried to go to that AFC Championship game last year. I couldn't get in the damn door. But in the new building at that building, maybe I can go over there, watch the game in there. You know what I'm saying? For a cheap price. I think it's all going to come together, man. But this is not bad for year one of the stadium improvements. I can't wait to see what they do year 2 and in year 3. But I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. And I can't wait to see what the black wing looks like. Can't wait to see what the roof deck looks like. And definitely to try these new food options is going to be fantastic as well. Man, it is lovely. It's going to be lovely in Baltimore this season. Lovely, especially in those nice, comfortable, heated seats that they got. But neither here nor there. That's for only people. That's for people with money. You know what I'm saying? Which
you are, by the way, if you don't know, if you're new to the program.
Which you are.
Even we did the press seats.
Yeah,
Press
yes,
box.
the press box. Yes, they redid the press box as
Well,
well.
they moved it because they want to keep those 50-yard seats for more people with money, and they moved it
Of
to the
course, of
corner,
course.
to
You're gonna
the
spend.
dead corner, as you say.
Trust me, you're gonna be spending some coin in M&T Bank Stadium.
And shout out to Zay Flowers. He's officially been signed by M&T Bank, who owns the naming rights to Raven Stadium. So he will be their new ambassador. So I'm sure you'll see him in a lot of commercials, like our boy Flacco was, Raj.
Yes.
So there's some of the food. I think that was salted caramel popcorn, Cravante. We have
Woo!
the crab pretzel. You know, it's a Baltimore
now.
staple. We
Hey,
got
now.
the nachos. Raj, we know you love those nachos. And it looks like we have some type of more meat here. It looks like some type of dog. Something dog. I don't know. But it's meat. I'm sure we'll enjoy it. You know.
Don't worry, Cravante. When the Commanders come here and we'll be at the game, you can
Indeed.
try some of the meat options. Yeah.
There's
See,
those
look at
seats,
this. Look at this seat. You see that seat? You see how beautiful that seat look?
Yes.
I'm down, yo. I'm down.
How you feeling, Cravante? I mean, the Commanders. I mean, you just hoping one day you get a reputable stadium that you can walk
That's
into.
all I want, baby. That's all I want. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. But when you already have a solid foundation, you can just continue
There you
to
go,
build
Raj.
on
There
it.
you go. I can see you right there, Raj.
Oh, snap.
Freezing your balls off in January.
Hey, I think the heated seats, by the way. I think they're
Oh,
heated.
okay. Well, your balls will be warm. You
The
need
balls
them
gonna be warm, baby.
I just want to be able to call an illustrious home such as y'all a home for myself. FedEx Field, well, not again, it's not FedEx Field anymore.
It's Fed Up Field.
It's just Commanders Field because there's no naming rights anymore. I really don't like the location. I think once we start a solid foundation like you guys did some time ago, we can get to this point in the next 20 years or whatever. But I love it. It looks really great. I haven't been in M&T Bank in a while, and actually I haven't been for a football game yet, which is crazy. But I'm looking forward to fellowshipping, with you guys when the Commanders come to town, so I could partake in all the lavishness that you guys have to offer, and can see what I would like to see for my new stadium moving forward.
Yes, so we have the spiced caramel popcorn, dipped themed hot dogs, nachos, crab pretzels, chicken tenders with that good old sauce that we love as well. So, Raj, I'm sure he'll take one of each as well.
Crab pretzels, brother. Crab pretzels, bro. Like, what's up, man? What's up?
You gotta do it big, man. You gotta do it big.
And I know we were speculating about the draft. So the next few draft locations, as I do my research here, we have 2025 in Green Bay and 2026 in Pittsburgh. So if Pittsburgh can get a draft, I'm sure these renovations will probably be done by 2027, 2028, Raj, right? Well, right then we could be looking at the NFL draft potentially here before 2030. And also keep in mind, the Orioles, I believe, are going to put a bid in for the All-Star game probably around 2027, 2028. So could have some big events coming to the downtown area, both sides for the Ravens and the Orioles. I think the Orioles will also be doing some upgrades as well since they signed their lease. So we'll keep an eye on that as well moving forward.
And do not be surprised, wrestling fans, if you get a pay-per-view in that stadium in the summertime.
Now, that would be nice.
Maybe not WrestleMania, but maybe something else.
We'll take money in the bank or something. We'll take something.
We'll take something nice. Well, it don't matter what it is. We'll take it, especially after tonight. Yes. The wrestlers love Baltimore. The fans love Baltimore. Bring more wrestling and more activities to Baltimore. Yes.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's get to the NFL preseason. I want to go over the games this week. Anything that helps out to you guys. I know it's the preseason, but football is back, so we'll take what we can get. We got the schedule here. Let me pull that up for you. For week 1 of the NFL preseason, as mentioned, you can watch games on pretty much every platform. So we did have the Hall of Fame game on this past Thursday where the Bears beat the Texans 24-17. I believe the game had to be stopped due to weather. What did y'all think about the kickoff rule before I pull up the schedule of the games? Cravante, I'm going to start with you, man. I know there's a lot of rules about it and discussion. You can't move before the ball's kicked. You can't block certain ways. I mean, what you think about this kickoff rule? It seems like it's something that's going to be lingering all season.
So I want some understanding on it, because it looks like they're jacking up special teams as a whole. So nobody's allowed to move. Well, I'm sorry, the defense is not allowed to move. What is the stipulations of this new rule?
It's like everybody stands in place until the actual guy, the actual returner touches the ball, and then they're able to move. So it's like they're standing in one like big straight line. Well, not straight line, but it's like they're standing. It's weird.
So nobody moves until the returner gets the ball.
Right. Then I think if you kick it in the end zone, I think it's the same. If you kick it in the end zone, it's still a touchback, I believe.
I'm gonna quickly try to read some of this. So we have ball is kicked from the 35-yard line, same as current rule. A kick, safety kicks are going to be from the 20, which are the same as the current rule. Cavante, if you're keeping up with that. All kicking team players other than the kicker will line up within 1 foot on the receiving team's 40-yard line. Kicker cannot cross the 50 until the ball touches the ground or player in landing zone or end zone. 10 kicking team players cannot move until the ball hits the ground or player in the landing zone or the end zone. Receiving team will line up as follows: a 5-yard area from the 35 to the 30 with at least 9 receiving players, at least 7 players with a foot on the 35. 2 returners. So you can have 2 returners line up in the landing zone so they can, do their little trickery if they want to as well. And yeah, if ball goes out of the end zone, touchback is at the 30. And yeah, kicks in the end zone, stay in bounds, return or down, go to the 30 as well. For onside kicks, fourth quarter, the trailing team has an opportunity to declare. You have to declare that you're doing an onside kick, so no surprises. And that's pretty much the main things, I think. Still confused.
I mean, so touchback is to the 30 now?
I believe so, according to the rule. Any kick that goes out of the back of the end zone or in the air bounces, touchback to the 30-yard line. Kick hits the end zone, stays in bounds, returned or down, touchback to the 30. So yes.
I don't know. And I'm sure the justification for all of this is that it's safety. I'm sure that's still what they're gonna continue to push. I don't know. I think it's a lot. It's too much. It sounds very, very confusing. This is enough to make a special teams coordinator head spin, because there's so many rules, and what is the penalties for all these things? Is it 5-yard, 10-yard, 15? What's the penalties for mess ups in this situation?
Let's see if we can find out together. If onside kick goes beyond the setup zone, kicking team penalized. It doesn't say how many yards. I don't even think they know.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's too much. I think we're doing too much. Especially with the whole fourth quarter, only the team that's trailing, and they have to declare like this is the surprise is part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And even when I remember when the Saints and the was it the Saints and the Colts, and Sean Payton called a surprise onside kick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of the game. I think you declaring it is like everybody's prepared, and it's all. I don't know. It seems like a lot. I don't care for it. We'll see how it unfolds, but I think it's too much, and it sounds really complicated. And it's like they're trying to do safety, but then they're trying to still get some excitement out of the return. I think we're doing too much. There's other things that need to be looked at. Like, things need to be reviewable. There are some things that need to be reviewable. Whatever that list of not reviewable stuff, it needs to be looked at. Being able to challenge certain calls. I think all those things need to be looked at. I think we need to leave special teams alone. I think special teams is cool, it's safe, it's boring. That's what y'all wanted, and we got it. I think they need
This
to
is a
focus
view
on
of the XFL, by the way, where they got the rule from, kind of. See, they have a zone, Cravante,
Yes.
box.
I think we need to leave special teams alone. I'm cool on trying to revamp special teams. There's other things that we need to look at.
Raj, any thoughts?
Yeah, man. I'm with Gravante. I don't like the new rule change. I played it in the demo of Madden when I had it earlier, and they had the new kickoff rule in it, and it seems like that more than ever. If I feel like that the actual kicker himself is going to be involved in trying to tackle the return man. So because I think he's more than the last line of defense now. I think he can literally just go straight at him at this point. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. We'll see more of it, of course, this week to see how it looks, see if it's quote unquote safer. But yeah, it just looks weird, and it doesn't look safe. And I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but sometimes you just gotta lead the game the way that it is, especially when there's been a tradition for like I don't know the entire time that it's been the NFL's been around. But it's neither here nor there. We'll see what happens this week in the preseason games. See if it makes a major difference or if it doesn't.
Yeah, he's super far back. I don't really get that either. Yeah, I'm sure this will be a work in progress. I don't even think they know what they're going to be doing. But let's look at the preseason schedule real quick as I pull up the games for the official first week, even though we did have the Hall of Fame game. We have the Panthers, Patriots, Lions, Giants, Falcons, Dolphins, Texans, Steelers, Eagles, Ravens on Friday, Commanders, Jets, Cravante. We have Bears, Bills, Raiders, Vikings, Packers, Browns, Buccaneers, Bengals, Chiefs, Jags, 49ers, Titans, Seahawks, Chargers, Saints, Cardinals, Broncos, Colts, and Cowboys, Rams. Thoughts, guys? Any games you guys looking forward to? I mean, Raj, from a Ravens perspective, Cravante, the Commanders, any other games jump out to you?
I'm pretty much watch most of these games on NFL Network because they show replays of all the games over there. So I'll be checking out to see what CJ Stroud and Stephon Diggs look like because they're both playing. I think I want to see what Jaden Daniels looks like too with the Commanders. See how he looks. I'm pretty sure he'll be playing a little bit. See what Caleb Williams looks like because he didn't play last week. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be out there. Bo Nix for the Denver Broncos. We're getting a lot of playing time. Michael Penix will be playing a lot this preseason because he's not the starter. So I definitely want to see how he looks too. And I want to see some of the wide receivers. Want to see if God damn it, Marvin Harrison Jr. See how he looks at the Cardinals. Want to see with Devontae Walker for the Ravens. He hasn't been getting any burn or anybody's been talking about him, but I definitely want to see what he does with this team on our squad. I mean, it's just a bunch. It's the actual where you get to see a bunch of rookies and first and second year guys come into play. You want to see how they look. You want to see if they made any improvements. So yeah, man. I mean, granted, I probably won't see all the games at one time, but I'm definitely gonna be checking out a lot of the highlights, and definitely gonna be checking out to see how some of these guys look. You can literally see in preseason if a guy's going to be good or not. So it starts there. and it just moves forward from there. So it's a lot to look at, basically, a lot.
Kavanta?
Well, this is a preseason, so it's no really, marquee matchups. Like Rod said, we're just looking at players. We're looking at the new guys. We're looking at our second-year guys. I saw Anthony Richardson down there. I just want him to make it at this point because we know how explosive he is and what he brings to an offense like the Colts. But if he's not on the field, what good is he? So I want to see him remain healthy, and so we can be able to see how he progresses because he really didn't have a rookie year. He only played like four games maybe, and didn't finish none of them. So looking forward to see Anthony Richardson. Of course, Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. To see both of these brothers, how they fare with their first snaps with their respective teams in the NFL. And also, we circling that calendar for when they do meet in the regular season. But this is what we've all been anticipating, especially, Commanders fans and Bears fans. This number 2 overall pick. Neither team, talking about the Bears and the Commanders, haven't had great success at quarterback. So this is what both fan bases are looking for. Like number one and number 2 overall picks. These guys are game changers. These guys are ballers. These guys are Heisman Trophy winners. These guys have the ability, and the guys have the ability to change the trajectory of a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm really excited about. There's a couple other guys that Raj was talking about. Marvin Harrison Jr., my guy from Ohio State. Of course, my guy CJ Stroud. And his weapons is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, and granted, we're not gonna see all of it in the first game, but it's good to see us like getting back in the swing of things, seeing some potentials. The offense is gonna be bland, defense is gonna be bland. You know what I'm saying? And we're probably gonna see the starters for maybe a half a quarter, something like that. But football is back, and that's the important thing. And for football's back, and we're excited. And just getting a glimpse of these guys, and it'd probably be for a drive or two, like I said, quarter and a half, But Harbaugh, the Chargers, looking forward to see how he puts his stamp, his staple on the Chargers. Even though he has a superstar quarterback, that's gonna be fun to watch too.
Real quick, Avante, it's funny you mentioned that quarterback because I'm going to go straight to that next. Justin Herbert is dealing with plantar fasciitis, and we had word today that Puka Nacua is dealing with knee injury week to week. What you think about that, man? The Chargers, man, they got Harbaugh.
Listen, man, I know a thing or two about plantar fasciitis, man. Not fun. Not fun at all. I had to change my insoles. I had to get flip flops. They got the support where it needs to be. I had to be more cognizant about my footwear now. And mind you, I ain't played no real sports in a while, so I'm like, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the craziest thing ever. So plantar fasciitis is not fun at all. It's your feet feel very, very weird, and it's the worst early in the morning when you first wake up. That first step, terrible. That first step in the morning, you want to scream, absolutely want to scream. So Justin Herbert, he's probably getting constant massages. He's probably gonna have to change his insoles and his cleats because it's that serious. Like, you got to change a lot. Probably change eating and all that. Probably take a little weight off. Probably trim down a little bit. So yeah, that's interesting. Haven't really heard that much from football players, but I'm sure they get it. And the other guy, you said Puka Nacua. What's going on with him?
Knee injury week to week. Yeah, just saying week to week. Knee injury, none specific.
Listen, you guys know, just like any other fan base, these injuries aren't fun. These injuries are not cool, not fun. Hate to see it, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be season threatening. They're saying week to week, so he's working through it. So I'm sure they're going to limit him throughout this preseason. Oh hell no, he's with Sean McVay. He's probably not going to play. he's not going to play. We know and understand how Sean McVay rolls. So he could be week to week. He's only going to be practicing. That's it. He's probably not going to see the field for preseason. He's just going to be practicing. So we pretty much know how that's gonna unfold. How much does Matthew Stafford have left? Is a legitimate question.
Well, Jimmy G is the backup, by the way.
How much does Matthew Stafford have left? So that's a question that needs to be answered. But he's a little long in the tooth, and he probably ain't got but a year or two left in him. So Sean McVay and them need to come up with a contingency plan for when that's over.
Go ahead, Raj.
Not that much. I had plantar fasciitis too a couple years back. Like Avante said, it's not fun. I was trying to do the Stairmaster wasn't fun either when I had it. It was like a burning sensation, and then it was just like, nah, I can't do this. And walking was even worse. So I feel for the brother. Hopefully it gets better. And it does, well, actually is going to take a couple months for it to get better.
Yeah.
But I hope for a speedy recovery, at least by the time we play the Chargers. But yeah, other than that, Puka Nacua, I think he'll be all right. He's not really needed for the preseason. We know what he can do. He was phenomenal last season. So rest up, get ready for week 1, and just pretty much keep it moving.
Real quick, I did want to get to this news. We got another big contract in the NFL as the Cheetah. Tyreek Hill gets a 3-year, $90 million extension, $65 million guaranteed. And it was already added to the 4-year, $120 million extension he signed in 2022, but $106.5 million in fully guaranteed money, most ever for a wide receiver, negotiated by Drew Rosenhaus and Jason Rosenhaus. And yeah, they traded for him in 2022, and he leads all players with 3,509 yards in that span. And Devontae Adams only has received more of the team's targets as well. So with Tua and now Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle recently got an extension. Can't forget about him. They've got a lot of money tied up on that offense, Raj.
Yeah, and he deserved it. He was great, best receiver in all of football last season. And he's been that way for the last 2 seasons, honestly. 99 overall in Madden, the number 1 player for NFL's 100 list. And yeah, he deserves every bit of the dollars that he's getting paid. So shout out to Tyreek Hill. Shout out to Drew Rosenhaus, for the deal that the restructured deal that he got that's going to offer him way more money up front. It's always a great thing to see brothers get paid, especially when they work as hard as he does. And I mean, what can you say, man? He's an instant Hall of Famer. So anytime he's ready to hang the cleats up, Canton's gonna be waiting for him right around the corner. So yeah, man, he deserves every bit of the contract that he got, and I'm pretty sure he'll live up to it like he always does.
Go ahead, Cavante.
Tyreek Hill has been a top 5 receiver for some time now, and been arguably the number 1 receiver last year, and arguably number 1 the past 2 years because of like him and Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, like kind of up there. But Tyreek Hill has been very, very consistent, and has made an impact everywhere he's gone. We saw the Chiefs offense with him in it. Very, very, very explosive. We see the Dolphins offense with him in it. Very, very, very explosive, which is great for a play caller such as Andy Reid or Mike McDaniel, to have that type of player on the field at any given moment. We can score from anywhere on the field. It's absolutely crazy. That's a hell of a Swiss Army knife to have. And he was just recently number 1 or the top 100, like Raj was saying. Very, very, very deserving of the money, the new contract. I think it's interesting that the Dolphins are tying their money up in pretty much 3 guys, and none of them been offensive linemen. So I think that's going to come back to bite them at some point. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. We know the offense is going to be top tier. We know the offense is going to put up a lot of points. We know the offense is going to have a lot of yards. Tyreek Hill is probably going to be tops with help permitted. He's probably going to be tops in receiving yards, which means Tua is going to be tops in passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
So, that pretty much goes hand in hand. And also, on a lesser, not maybe not a lesser known fact, but a fact that's not football related, he got them kids, man. Tyreek Hill got them kids, man. He having kids like Lil Wayne back in the day, but so he gonna need every bit of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his situation is with all of the children's moms, but this helps. This definitely helps. But Tyreek Hill is a hell of a football player, hell of a wide receiver, bona fide, surefire, first ballot Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. And he was talking about retirement a year or 2 ago. So him signing a 3-year deal, he's probably gonna be here a little bit longer, at least the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to continue to see the Dolphins offense grow and continue to be explosive. And the Dolphins and the Jets is going to be a hell of a matchup. And the Dolphins and the Bills is going to be a hell of a matchup. I can't wait to see the AFC East go at it. It's going to be definitely fun to watch.
And as we mentioned earlier, we will start breaking down those divisions next week. So we'll get all our predictions. I'll write them all down. And at the end of the season, we'll see how right or how wrong each of us was about the predictions this upcoming season. Before we get to Goofies, we want to talk about these Olympics as we head into the last week of Olympics. And let's just say Team USA, world domination. Where do I begin? Noah Lyles, gold medal, first one for a male in the 100 in over 20 years. Simone Biles wins another gold. She finishes with silver today, even after slipping off the balance beam. We got the USA with the most total medals, tied for the most golds, most silver, most bronze. Team USA plays tomorrow in the knockout round. The women's basketball team advances in the knockout round as well. I mean, Team USA, Cravante, what can you say? Are you surprised?
No, this is the standard for USA. And that's across the board, not just talking about basketball or gymnastics or track. We pretty much the Jamaicans had track for a while. not gonna hold you on that. But with Simone Biles, gymnastics is on lock. Basketball was kind of the one that's like, we don't know because we feel like the international folks have caught up. We see in the NBA, the top 5 guys are not from the States. Well, the top 5, 4 and LeBron, depending on where you have LeBron. The top tier guys in the league are not from the States. So when it's Olympic time, everybody goes home, go to their respective teams, and all the superstars from the NBA that's from the States come together. It's like, nobody should be beating these guys. All these guys together, like, Jason Tatum not having any minutes, and I know this was this might be a week or two ago when Jason Tatum didn't play at all.
Mm-hmm.
When the guy that just won the championship don't get any playing time, this team is crazy. This team is crazy. So the USA basketball team should run through everybody. They should. And basketball has been a dominant thing for USA for a very long time. At least dating back to Jordan and them. And there's been a couple hiccups, along the way, but I think it's safe to say that collectively we have the best talent. Speaking on the basketball side of the game. And this is how things should go. We got the best players in the world. We should win. Ain't that how it go?
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see that basketball seems to be getting back on track, and Joel Embiid looks like he might actually win something. So that's fun. Good to see LeBron. LeBron's still out there competing. KD out there still competing. Steph still competing. Booker. Ant-Man is having the time of his life. Ant-Man is loving it. And it's good to see. Really, really, really good to see. Now, one event that we are getting killed in, that damn swimming. Not touching them. Mike Phelps is long gone. Okay. Phelps is long gone, and we got the work to get in the top tier of swimming. Now we did place. I think we've placed a couple times, but that guy Leon from France is killing it. Absolutely killing it. But you can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? You can't win them all. So it's good to see things getting back on track with the Americans for basketball. And what you said, it's been 20 years in track with the 100 and 100. It's time to bring some relevancy back to track as well. So that's good to see. And of course, Simone Biles is the GOAT herself on the gymnastics side of the game, and really, really not even close.
All right, let me say this. Shout out to Simone Biles, Redemption Tour from 2020. She pretty much, did everything that she could do in this Olympics. Getting 4 medals, 3 gold, 1 silver. She did a medal in her last event, but that's fine. She did the damn thing, pretty much all her events. So shout out to her. Sha'Carri Richardson, another redemption story as well, where she wasn't even able to compete in the last Olympics because of a certain situation with the weed, as Stephen A would say. But she's gotten herself together, turned her whole entire career around. Finished second in the 100 meter, women's 100 meter. Got the silver medal. I'm proud of her as well. Noah Lyles, another cat that won a gold medal by the skin of his teeth. Almost, it was like this much of an inch, but he got the job done.
Fingernail?
So huh?
Was it his fingernails? Was it his fingernails?
It could have been his colored fingernails that got through, but he got the job done. Shout out to him. Katie Ledecky is another one. She's doing the damn thing in the Olympics. Yeah, man, I'm just proud, to be an American, because at least I know I'm free. If you know what I mean. But no, seriously though, the Team USA, man, this is what we do. We go around, we whip ass, we dominate the Olympics. Not in every sport, but in most sports we whip ass. But I believe this will be the last time we see LeBron. Could be the last time we see Steph and the last time we see KD, in these Olympic games. So I'm pretty sure they'll win gold. At the end of the day, the women's basketball team is dominating like they always do. So that's not a surprise there either. But it's been fun to watch, man. It's been fun to watch, especially track and field, because that's where my background comes from, what I used to do back in the heyday. But it's definitely cool to see, and I'm so proud of a lot of the brothers and sisters over there doing that thing, competing at the highest level, because you only get one shot, one opportunity, and you already know where that comes from, Byron. But gotta make the best of it, baby. Gotta make the best of it. And this is what a lot of these athletes are doing, making the best of their opportunity to compete at the highest level at the Olympics. So shout out to Team USA. Shout out to all the boys and girls over there doing that thing. Stay safe, come home with gold, and continue to keep representing the country in the right way.
Great way to put it, Raj Cravante. You ready to get goofy, my guy?
Man, let's do it.
A lot to choose from this week for Cravante's Goofies of the week. Let's make a call to the man himself.
Yeah, of course. Something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy. Jam.
Man.
Oh, jam.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. Just stupid.
Yep. Man. Byron, you ain't lying. It's a lot to choose from. But then I'll talk about a couple of them. First off, excuse me. Welcome, good people, to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. So let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. It's so much to choose from. I deal with all types of goofiness, all types of levels of goofiness. Whether it's low, high, medium, it gets talked about. We still got to figure out. We still got to talk about how goofy these things are. We have to figure out how to get them to not be so goofy. And we have to figure out whether we're going to help, or we're going to just laugh at it and move on. Or do we need to help and then move on? It's a constant battle, constant struggle. So I have a couple here. So this one is interesting. I actually have the video. I sent it to you guys I think I sent it to you guys on Instagram. Brother Caleb Williams, #1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft to the Chicago Bears. It seems as though his leadership has been in question. I have a video that I want to play, but I think I might have to change my settings. Hold on, because I got a little blur. Just want to see how that. Yeah, it's a little blur. So I'm gonna change my settings real quick and start this over. So this is Caleb Williams' leadership being in question by a former NFL star, Monty Toomer. I remember him for his time with the New York Giants.
Russell Wilson 2.0. Uh-oh. This is not going to go over well. Uh-oh. If you came in the locker room, I've been in this locker room for 8 years, like you said. And you know, some rookie's going to come in who hasn't played one snap. Right?
One snap. One snap.
The fingernail polish. Now he's going to come in here and tell me, who've been here, who've been through the struggle, that I need to clean up? No, how about rookie? How about you clean up after me? How about that? Don't give me this crap. I don't like it at all. I feel like rookies should earn their respect. Sure. Just because you got drafted #1 doesn't mean nothing to me, because I don't even know if you're good. He's Russell Wilson 2.0. Uh-oh. This is not going to...
Whew. Russell Wilson 2.0 is heavy. Is actually pretty heavy. Because we've heard there's been rumors and not really rumors. We had confirmation that Russell Wilson he may not be necessarily the guy that he's portraying. The brothers that played for the Seahawks, the Legion of Boom, Marshawn Lynch have, talked about this situation. He's had his own office, not in the locker room with everybody else. Like he's over top of everybody else. He's better than everybody else. In Seattle, I don't know if it's the same in Denver. For damn sure. Not after Sean Payton came. But comparing Caleb Williams to Russell Wilson is it's a little unfair. And I don't know if there's any other examples, but in this particular example that Monty Toomer is talking about, he sounds like the old guy. He sounds like the old guy that doesn't want to adjust or change, even if it's for the better. If Caleb Williams is only asking you guys to clean up, pick up some trash, I don't think that's a terrible thing. I think Amani Toomer is being the old grumpy uncle in this situation, and it's really, really uncalled for. He's basically calling him a young whippersnapper, and he does not. Basically, he doesn't respect him. He doesn't care about draft position and all that. He has to prove it on the field. But I think asking you guys, grown men, to clean about yourselves, I don't think that's asking too much. Now, granted, if there was a bunch of other stuff that he's nitpicking about, maybe that's something. But clean up after yourselves, Monty Toomer, is you look like the old grumpy, can't stand in the old times unk. Goofy unk. And then talk about his fingernails. He sounds like he's part of the boomer. He's a part of the baby boomers. And he's not feeling it. He's not feeling none of the nuances that Caleb Williams got going on. And the fingernail thing, it is what it is. But asking you guys to clean up, I think that's a stretch. And I don't think that's too much to ask from anybody, player to player, leader to leader, quarterback to the rest of the team. I don't think that's too much to ask. So yeah, Amani Toomer is looking old and goofy at the same time. Now, I have another video. I'm probably not gonna play the whole thing, but those of y'all, like I said, we're in entertainment, so we do a little sports, little entertainment, little politics. My next one is actually dealing with, you guys remember Brittany Renner, right? Her and PJ Washington, if I'm not mistaken, who plays for the Dallas Mavericks right now, share a child. And there's a significant age gap between her and PJ Washington, which she's gotten a lot of flack about over the years for. And being a gold digger as opportunist, you know what I'm saying? And just hasn't been in the best light for her. Is that the video? Oh gosh. So apparently, word on the street is that she is converting, or has converted to Islam. So
Perfect. I know.
It's interesting to say the least. Those of y'all that haven't seen, this is the picture that they choose to put side by side. Oh wait, hold on, wait. Let me try to give you a little snippet of it.
I'm currently cleaning house.
Yep.
With the old and with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no idea how this is going to look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear,
right,
posts to do,
yep,
bills that have to be paid,
right,
and showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not going to be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe, but my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits.
All right, yep. Didn't need to know all that, but so it's quite a few things. It's quite a few things going on. So one, we are very familiar with Brittany Renner and how she openly admit that she goes after these, younger ball players, and she basically has a niche in so many ways, so many words. And basically she said it's no shame in her game. She's been on podcasts galore. She was on Shay Shay, right? She was on Club. She was on Club Shay Shay. Talking about in and everything, and it is, how do I say it? I hope this is what I hope. I hope that she's doing this for the right reasons, and not doing your typical you've been a HOE for most of your life, and then using religion to justify, what I'm saying, your change of life. Now, that can happen, that can be true, but we've seen a lot of phony folks step out there and doing this, using this to justify maybe a new look, how to say, a born again virgin, what have you, all that good stuff. And the thing about it, yes, all that. The thing about it is that she's gonna find somebody. And Byron, Raj, we got a name for them. Raj, we've heard the word beta. We've heard the word simp. We've heard the word sucker. One of the three, or a combination of the three, is probably gonna fall for this if she's not truthful with herself, because we've seen this happen many a times before. I hope she is. Yeah, that's the wave. That's the wave. LaMelo, I was scared for LaMelo. I ain't gonna hold you.
Who is that? I don't even know who that chick is.
I don't know either. But I think LaMelo is still childless, right?
Yes. I believe so.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Good, because that's the lone difference between him and seems like everybody else. So yeah, please be a shield for LaMelo. LaMelo, don't do anything stupid. I know you're young and you're injured. Another thing, being injured and a young superstar that's injured, you ain't got nothing but time. Remember Zion Williamson? Young superstar, you only got time. All you got is time. You do dumb stuff. Even when you don't, when we don't think you have that much time, you still find a way to do dumb stuff. Ant-Man. But I hope for her sake this is real and this is genuine and this is true, and she's not doing it as a new niche to catch another beta, another simp, another sucker. That would be the unfortunate part, because like the streets really don't believe you right now. That's just the fact of the matter is we really don't respect how you're moving. But again, you could have a change of people can't have a change of heart. And sometimes religion is brought into it, sometimes a new way of life is brought into it, which is all well and good if it's for a genuine reason and a genuine purpose. But if you're out here doing this for clicks and likes and all that, you can go kick rocks. But nonetheless, she gonna find somebody. That's a terrible picture, first of all. She gonna find somebody to take care of her and participating in this goofiness. And it's still early to say whether it's totally goofy, but she's going down a very goofy path that we've all seen before. We all seen the movies, we all heard the audio tapes, and we all read the book. It all ends the same way. But those are my goofies of the week. Brittany Goofy Renner, and yeah, and Amani Toomer, which we haven't heard from in a while. Haven't heard from Amani Toomer in a while, and he been an ump. It's really unfortunate. But Amani Toomer not letting the kid live, and Brittany Renner switching the swag up, the niche up. Dare I say? Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great. These people on the wrong end of it. Got to do better.
Let me get goofy. There we go.
Aiyuk.
Come on, goofy.
Aiyuk, gosh, something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy.
Aiyuk.
Jam. Oh, jam. Stupid. Just stupid.
Thank you for that, goofy Cravante. Don, we're waiting to hear something. It's imminent, so we'll keep you posted if we hear something. Maybe something comes out tomorrow, maybe through the rest of the week. Preseason starts this week, so we'll see what happens with that. But we do have breaking news. Not only do we have episode 453 coming up next week, we have just officially reached 500,000 views on YouTube. So big shout out to everybody on YouTube. Thank you again for supporting the podcast as we officially reach another milestone. Just got the notification, and it's only up from here, halfway to 1 million. So big shout out to everybody supporting us and viewing the videos as we have reached that milestone again. Raj, episode 453. What can people look forward to next week from us?
More goofiness. You know what I'm saying? More goofiness as always. But no, seriously, we have an illustrious guest coming next week. Kevin Allstriker should be joining us to preview the Ravens. So I can't wait to talk to him. Dre should be back next week. We shall see. You know, Dre's all over the place at this point in time of the year. But plenty of stuff coming up. AEW Dynamite, as always, on Wednesdays. And, of course, throughout the week, updates of sports galore. So just stay tuned. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Plenty of more content coming.
Yes, as Raj did say, Kevin Allstriker from Locked On Ravens, Ravens Wire, USA Today, writes for the Ravens. Looks like he will be joining us next week. So just finished conversing with him, let him know we'll follow up with him, but it looks like we're good to go with that. So another illustrious guest stepping into the man cave, and we will be starting our division previews next week, guys. We'll be talking about each division. Probably start with the World Champion Chiefs. Will they be able to three-peat? And we'll probably start with the NFC West with the runners-up San Francisco 49ers. Will they have Brandon Aiyuk? Will he sign a contract extension? So we'll talk about that, see how we see each division playing out. Will we see any surprises, or will we be going sharp as well? We had a big-time weekend this weekend. Shout out to everybody who joined us for the SummerSlam stream. Over 1,000 views last time I checked on the YouTube. So everybody that was a part of the stream, and for everybody who watched it, tuned in, left a comment, hit the like button, anything like that as well. And we'll see what happens. But yes, executive producer Andre Melton is not here, but our senior producer and co-patriarch, Cravante Bebe. Football's here, Cravante. Commanders. Saturday night.
Can't wait. Very excited.
And Big Raj, the Ravens play on Friday. Will you be getting a last-second ticket possibly?
I don't know, man. So tickets was $20. I mean, if it goes down less than that and I'm available, I might make my way through the bank just to chill out. Who knows? You might see me there.
Yes, we will have previews, AFC West, NFC West. So a loaded show. We'll be recapping the Olympics as they will be over, and we'll see if Team USA basketball can bring home the gold and any other newsworthy happenings. Like I said, the Brandon Aiyuk trade, any injuries or anything that comes from this week of preseason, and looking ahead to preseason week 2. Remember, only 3 weeks of the preseason now, so one less game, but same mission. For Raj, for Cravante, thank you everybody in the chat for tuning in, rocking with us up late. As we always like to do, only place giving you sports how you want to, fellas.
When you need it.
Twitter, Instagram, the Flex Zone 1. Of course, Facebook, the Flex Zone 1. Flex Zone Podcast on TikTok. Flex Zone 1 on at Cash App. You can get those super chats in as well. Go ahead and super kick that subscribe button, like about that like button. Make sure you vote on the poll. Let us know your favorite sports moment from the weekend. And as always, hit that bell. A lot of content coming this week. AEW on Wednesday, like Raj mentioned, you'll probably get a Ravens preview, quick thoughts on the preseason game, and any other happenings as well. Brandon Aiyuk and anything else with the Olympics also. And of course, Orioles still holding on to first place. But we're putting the kids to bed. We're getting out of here. For Cravante, for Raj, God's favorite host, signing off. The Flex On Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. Episode 452. What's up, Raj? Good.
I was about to say, shout out to Don Cornelius.
Shout out. Thanks.
Appreciate that, brother. Enjoy.
Lots of content, Don. I think he's getting traded too. We'll see.
He's out of there.
Yeah, it looks like the Steelers are out there saying Patriots, Browns. We see it could be the Browns. I don't want them in the AFC North, but we'll see. Appreciate the subscription, Don. Yeah, let us know, man. We'll talk about this more as the week goes on, and love your input. Appreciate it. Flex On family. And we're going to bed, y'all. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week, episode 453 with Kevin Allstriker. Division previews, as we are less than a month away from the NFL season kicking off. And we'll be here. Flex On Podcast. Only place fellas give me sports how you want it. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you throughout the week and back next Monday, episode 453. Peace. We got
In the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Acknowledge me!